Have you ever pondered about the beginning of it all? How everything we see around us came to be? Let's journey back to the dawn of creation, a time when the universe was a blank canvas, waiting to be painted by the divine brush of the Almighty. According to the book of Genesis, the world as we know it was birthed in just 6 days. On the first day, God commanded, "Let there be light," and there was light. This was not the sun or the stars, but a special divine light that separated day from night. On the second day, God created the firmament, an expanse to separate the waters above from the waters below. On the third day, dry land emerged from the waters, and God called it earth. He also brought forth all kinds of vegetation, trees bearing fruit, and plants yielding seed. Then, on the fourth day, God set the sun, the moon, and the stars in the firmament, creating the day and the night, the seasons and the years. The fifth day saw the creation of all living creatures in the waters and every bird of the sky. The sixth day marked the creation of all land animals. But it was also on this day that God's masterpiece was formed, mankind. God created man in his own image, both male and female. He breathed life into them, and they became living beings. Adam and Eve were their names, but the work of creation was not yet complete. On the seventh day, God rested from all his work. This day was made holy, sanctified, set apart. This was the day of rest, a pattern for humanity to follow, a day of reflection on the wonders of creation. And so, the world was born, a place of beauty and abundance. In the midst of this splendor was a paradise, the Garden of Eden, where Adam and Eve lived in harmony. They had everything they needed, and they walked with God in the cool of the day. The world was perfect, a paradise, the Garden of Eden, with Adam and Eve living in harmony. The dawn of creation was a time of peace, a time of beginnings. But as we know, this tranquility would not last forever. But mankind, seduced by curiosity, succumbed to temptation. In the lush and serene Garden of Eden, the serpent, sly and cunning, slithered its way onto the scene. It cast a shadow of doubt over the sanctity of God's command, posing a question that would forever change the course of humanity. "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?" it asked, its voice a whispering wind in the leaves. Eve, innocent and unsuspecting, found herself ensnared in the serpent's web of deceit. She clarified that only one tree was forbidden, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. To eat its fruit was a commandment broken, a sin against their Creator, but the serpent was persuasive, promising Eve not death but enlightenment. "Your eyes will be opened," it said, "and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." Torn between obedience and the allure of the unknown, Eve made a choice that would echo down the ages. She reached out and plucked the forbidden fruit, its surface cool and smooth in her hand. And as she took a bite, the sweetness of knowledge was tainted by the bitterness of disobedience. Adam, standing alongside her, shared in the forbidden feast, and together they became aware of their nakedness, their innocence lost. Their disobedience had consequences. God, in his righteous anger, cast them out of the Garden of Eden, the paradise they had once called home. The land that had once blossomed with abundance now bore thorns and thistles. Adam would toil in hardship, and Eve would bear children in pain. Mortality, a concept previously unknown, became their stark reality. Thus entered sin and suffering into the world, forever altering the course of humanity. The effects of this original sin became evident in the first generation of mankind. The tale of Cain and Abel is a poignant one, a story of brotherhood marred by envy and anger. Born of Adam and Eve, these two brothers, though alike in flesh, diverged in spirit. Cain, the tiller of the ground, and Abel, the shepherd, both offered sacrifices to God. But God found favor in Abel's offering, a gesture which stirred a bitter jealousy within Cain. Misguided by this jealousy, Cain chose a path of darkness, making a decision that would forever change the course of their lives. He lured his brother into the field and committed the unthinkable. He killed Abel, his own flesh and blood. This was the first murder, a chilling testament to the depths to which sin could lead. From this point on, the world was no longer the same. Sin had taken root. As humanity strayed further from righteousness, God decided to cleanse the world. A lineage of faith, however, remained intact, leading to a man named Noah. Noah was a beacon of virtue in a world consumed by wickedness, a man who walked faithfully with God. God, in his divine wisdom and justice, chose to purify the world. He decided to send a great flood, a deluge, that would wash away the corruption that had seeped into every corner of the earth. But Noah found favor in God's eyes. To him, God revealed his plan and gave him a monumental task. Noah was to build an ark, a vessel that would carry his family and pairs of every living creature into a new world. Under God's guidance, Noah built the ark. It was a colossal structure, a testament to Noah's faith and obedience. With his family and the animals safely aboard, the heavens opened, and rain fell upon the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. The world as they knew it was submerged beneath the waters, but Noah, his family, and the animals remained safe inside the ark. As the floodwaters receded, a new world emerged. God, seeing Noah's faithfulness, made a covenant with him. This covenant was not only with Noah, but with all living creatures. God promised never to destroy the earth by a flood again. As a sign of this everlasting covenant, God set a rainbow in the sky. Every time the rainbow appears, it serves as a reminder of God's promise and his mercy. Thus, a new chapter began with a promise from God, sealed by a rainbow. Yet again, mankind attempted to reach the divine, but their ambition led them astray. In the plains of Shinar, humanity hatched a plan to construct a tower, a monument so grand it would reach the heavens. United in purpose, they began to erect the Tower of Babel, a testament to their collective strength and shared aspiration. However, their audacious endeavor to reach the divine realm did not go unnoticed. God saw their ambition, their desire to ascend to his level, and he found it disconcerting, for it was a testament to man's pride rather than his piety. In response, God decided to introduce a fundamental change. He confused their language, rendering them unable to comprehend one another. The once unified mankind was now divided, their shared language replaced by a cacophony of tongues. Unable to communicate, they scattered across the world, leaving behind their unfinished tower. In their pride, humanity was scattered, their unity shattered. Amidst the chaos, God made a covenant with a man named Abraham. A promise was made, a bond between the divine and the mortal. Abraham, a man of faith, was chosen to be the father of a great nation. This covenant, a sacred pact, was not just about land or descendants. It was a spiritual journey, a testament to faith and obedience. Abraham's journey was not without trials, but his faith never wavered. Even when asked to sacrifice his son, Isaac, he was ready to obey, showing an unwavering faith. But God did not let Abraham go through with it, instead providing a ram as a substitute. This story is a cornerstone, a lesson about faith and commitment to God's will. Then there were Isaac's sons, Jacob and Esau, twins, who couldn't be more different. Esau, the elder, was a hunter, while Jacob was a quiet man. A tale of deception unfolded as Jacob, with his mother's help, tricked his father, Isaac, into giving him the blessing meant for Esau. This action set in motion a series of events that would shape the future of the tribes of Israel. Jacob, later known as Israel, had 12 sons, the patriarchs of the 12 tribes of Israel. But it was Joseph, his favorite, who had a destiny unlike his brothers. Sold into slavery by his jealous siblings, Joseph's story is one of resilience. Despite his hardships, he rose to power in Egypt, becoming a trusted advisor to the Pharaoh. As famine struck the land, it was Joseph who saved not only Egypt, but also his family. He welcomed his brothers, the very ones who sold him into slavery, and their families into Egypt, forgiving them and providing for them. And thus, the stage was set for the next chapter in the grand narrative of the Bible, a testament to faith, resilience, and divine providence.